Hello there, I'm 10 Damage, and we're going to start this video off by doing a brief unboxing. I've got a lot of neat things to show off too, and it's very exciting. We have the Switch console, Zelda Breath of the Wild Special Edition, a Pro Controller, the Bow Link Amiibo, and Zelda Amiibo. Of course, we're going to dive right in and start with the console. Here we go. We're getting a quick glimpse at the side of the box that shows off some of the features. But honestly, I don't really care too much about the box. Let's open this damn thing! Alright, we just gotta open up this little flappy flap over here, and there it is! The Nintendo Switch console, and the Joy-Cons. I guess we're going to start off with the Joy-Cons. I haven't really gotten to use the Joy-Cons too much yet, but honestly, they kind of feel pretty good. Even though they're kind of small, I still think they're pretty comfortable. So far, my first impression is good. And here it is, the hybrid home console and portable console. The console itself is actually pretty light. I was expecting it to be a little bit heavier than it is. There's the logo printed on the back and it looks really nice. The console has this little kickstand thing in the back of it. I heard that the kickstand was a little bit fragile, but I don't really know, it looks okay to me. You also get an HDMI cable so you can hook it up to your TV. That's pretty nice of them. Now this is the Joy-Con grip. It doesn't do much on its own, but if you don't have another controller, you can plug in your Joy-Cons to this, making it into a controller. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the squarish design, but at least you can go ahead and buy yourself a Pro controller. Check it out, it comes with some paper too. I sort of wish that the console came with some My Nintendo reward cards, but hey, that's alright. Next we have the dock for your Nintendo Switch system. This is what's going to enable you to play on your TV. What's cool about the dock is that there's this little compartment unit in it, where you can plug in all of your cables and stuff. This is a really nice touch, so extra points for that. And lastly, we have the Joy-Con bumpers. I don't know, what are these called? So you can attach these to your Joy-Con and it'll make it easier to play with. It makes that tiny little controller like a little bit bigger, so it's something. Now let's open up this Pro controller. For those of you thinking about getting the Switch, I definitely recommend getting a Pro controller as well. The Joy-Cons and the Joy-Con grip make a decent enough controller, but getting the Pro controller is just so much more comfortable. I prefer playing my games using this. The Pro controller is of course wireless and can be charged using the system and using this cord that it comes with. It's a bit pricey, but I like it, so I'd say it's worth it. Finally, we have Zelda Breath of the Wild Special Edition. This box art looks fantastic. Look at how colorful and pretty it looks. Look at how nice. Look at how nice it looks. It looks so nice. Let's start off by taking off this demonic sticker over here. Yeah, so it turns out this thing actually rips the box art. No! I know it's just a box, but come on, sticker. What a jerk. Anyways, let's find out what's inside the box. A Breath of the Wild carrying case for my Nintendo Switch. This thing can hold up to 12 games, the Switch console, and accessories. It's pretty dang nice. And it looks like it'll be super protective as well, which will be great whenever I go traveling. In the special edition box, I also got this Sheikah coin, which is really just a little knick-knack. You also get this like scroll thing, which is kind of like a poster, I suppose. It's made out of this really high quality paper though, and it's really cool. But then again, just like the coin, it's still just a little knick-knack. It's kind of a unique little thing to get. I like it! Needless to say, we also get a copy of Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch. Wata! Allow me to carefully remove this plastic wrap from the game case. The box is a lot thinner and a lot smaller than I thought it would be. It's sort of almost like the size of a PSP game case, if you remember those. The box art is lovely. I do really miss getting game manuals though. Or hey, how about a My Nintendo card, right? The game itself is way smaller than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like the size of a Game Boy Advance game or something, but it turns out it's more like the size of a DS game, maybe just a little thinner. And last but definitely not least is the Breath of the Wild sound selection. It's a CD with a bunch of the tracks from the game. This is actually something I enjoy a lot myself. I listen to way too much video game music, and this is gonna go right along with my collection. Nintendo should definitely put more of these CDs in their releases, because I totally enjoy them. That's all that the Breath of the Wild Special Edition came with. Now let's open up these Amiibos, huh? Now, I don't know about you, but I typically always open up the boxes for the Amiibos. I'm sorry, but I'm not really trying to collect them. I just like to have them standing over here next to my desk. I think they look nice. My camera wasn't doing a good enough job focusing on the Amiibos for these, but it's okay, I'll make up for it with a picture at the end, I promise. Now to open up this really cute Zelda Amiibo. So far, I really like the designs for Zelda and Link in Breath of the Wild. I think they did a great job. I can't wait to play more of this game and meet more of the characters in it. I feel like I'm gonna like it a lot. Now here's that picture that I promised. We have the Zelda Amiibo on the left, and the Link Amiibo on the right, with the bow. And hey, look, there's Linebeck over there too. Rah! Once you set up the console, you get greeted by the home menu. Here you can check out the latest news, visit the eShop, check out the photos you've taken throughout your games, or change your settings. The home menu seems a little barren at the moment, but eventually I'm sure that they'll update it with much more exciting things than they have right now. I know for sure they're gonna have themes like the 3DS did. I like what they did with the Miis. You pretty much can get an avatar of your Mii, and you can give them like different expressions or poses. Here's the one that I came up with. That kinda looks like my channel art, right? In the news tab, you can see different games that are going to come out, or even the new games that just came out, like snipper clips. It's something you'll probably want to check on frequently. You never know when something cool or interesting comes out. And here's the Nintendo eShop for the Nintendo Switch. Right now, there's not a lot of choices. I mean, there's Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, that's definitely interesting. Snipper Clips looks like it'll be fun too. This is where you're gonna want to go whenever you hear about a new indie game that comes out. I can't wait to experience all the indie games that were already announced. I'm most excited for Wargroove, which is a game that looks sort of like Fire Emblem in a way. And I don't think that I could go without getting Stardew Valley. It's a bit of a bummer right now, but hopefully soon we'll get the Virtual Console and we can play some of our old and favorite games. So why don't we hang out for a bit and play some Breath of the Wild? Well, thanks for tuning in. I have very high hopes for the Switch. I'm super excited to be playing The Legend of Zelda, and I'm really happy for what's already announced for the system. Do you have a craving for more Legend of Zelda, but don't want to spoil Breath of the Wild for yourself? Well then, why don't you check out my Phantom Hourglass playthrough? I'm already 3 episodes in. Or speaking of indie games, you can check out my Death Road to Canada review. That's all I've got for you today. See you soon!